Hey guys, thanks for clicking this video. If you're watching this, I'm guessing that you're either a realtor or you're a buyer of a residential or a commercial property, and you want to know what a tank sweep is. Now, who am I? My name is Eric Hansen. I am the owner and lead technician at Oil Tank Sweep Premier. I've been doing this for nearly 7 years and have done nearly 10,000 jobs at this point. In this video, I'm just going to discuss what a basic tank sweep is and some of the hazards of not doing one or having the wrong person or company perform your tank sweep. There is a lot more stuff that I'm going to get into in later videos. So if you find anything that I say in this video helpful or useful and you want to learn more, hit that like and subscribe button down there because I'm going to make a lot of these videos documenting what we do. Thank you. All right, so done a lot of posts online showing the different jobs I'm at and whatnot, but we've never really talked about what is an oil tank sweep. So an oil tank sweep is what I'm doing right now at this commercial property in Highbridge. It is a check for any underground metallic anomalies representative of that of an oil tank. The only way that I could tell you that there is an oil tank on your property is if I find significant enough evidence to identify what that is. So a vent pipe, a fill pipe, fuel lines inside, something like that. Or a lot of the cases, what we do find is septic. So we're looking for clean outs. I'm looking for the waste line inside, this and that, anything that could identify what it is. I love it when the septic companies are on site because I love being able to talk to those guys and ask them what they have. Now, in the case of this property here in Highbridge, as with a lot of commercial properties, he had to do ground penetrating radar. So that machine right here, this is ground penetrating radar. All right. Now, there's a couple different versions of this, but for the most part, it should look like that. Ground penetrating radar is not a yellow wand or a dual box magnetic locator, which is what I typically use. Some people have tried to pass those off as this. Now, this guy needed GPR because this property, for whatever reason, had a lot of metallic properties in the ground. This whole area over here, metallic rock. We are on a mountain here in Highbridge. It's a rocky area, so you do run into metallic deposits every now and then. And so because there were so many areas, I suggested him using ground penetrating radar instead of us having to come back and dig in all of these areas. There was another area on the right side of this building over here near the train tracks. We're right next to Highbridge Station. We could not get within 6 feet of the property because it was ringing like crazy. So we scanned that. That was also just metallic deposits in the ground. And then the front, there was just, looks like reinforced concrete from what the GPR is showing us. So that is really the only benefit of having ground penetrating radar. Ground penetrating radar really will not tell you if it is or is not an oil tank. Unfortunately, you almost always still have to dig. Get a lot of phone calls about ground penetrating radar and doing that for people, but like I just said, almost always we have to dig. If there's an underground metallic anomaly, GPR does not show you a picture. I don't think you guys will be able to see this because I'm trying to show you an LCD screen, but yeah, it just kind of shows up as lines on a screen. Doesn't show you a picture. I have to physically see the object in order to identify whether it being an oil tank or not. Yeah, do a tank sweep on any property you buy, whether it's a newer property or an old property like this. You never know what you're going to find. I have found everything, and I'm going to start making the videos and posting the videos of all of the crazy things that I have found over the years. I have done nearly 10,000 jobs at this point. By the end of the year, I will be over 10,000 jobs. That's probably more than any single individual person doing tank sweeps in the state. I'd be shocked if there's anyone that's done more than me. yeah, there's a lot of knowledge I can pass on to realtors and buyers and this and that. Do a tank sweep no matter what. There is no rule or specific place an oil tank is going to be. Dug one up in Highland Park the other week. They pulled it on Monday. It is about 60 feet from the furnace, and you might as well have just dumped the whole tank into the ground, from what my realtor friend is telling me, who's the dual agent on that. So I will post about that as well in the coming days, documenting that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Don't trust records. Don't trust the seller. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what the property records say. Property records will say they pulled the tank, and then we find secondary tanks, tertiary tanks. There's even a property up in Stanhope on Main Street in which we found 4 oil tanks, and I have the pictures of that as well. Yeah, do your own due diligence. Don't trust people telling you that, oh, they know they pulled a tank, or property records say this or that. Do a tank sweep. I guarantee you it's going to be the best $200 something to $400, if we got to do that you're going to spend. And all of my work is guaranteed. All of my work is insured. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. Do your own due diligence. All right, later.